Spending time with friends can always result in memorable moments, and most of the time, it's laughter that makes them such good times to remember. Hey everyone, and welcome to 90s Nostalgia. In this list, we'll be counting down the top 10 most hysterical bloopers in the iconic sitcom, Friends. We'll be featuring scenes where the cast went out of script or just weren't able to keep their acts together, causing a ton of laughter from everyone around. If you enjoy this video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to 90s Nostalgia for more lists like these. Now, onto the video. Number 10. Either the dog goes or the mime goes. When Chandler gets upset about a dog secretly living in the apartment, he tells everyone that the dog has to go since he's allergic.
Oh, I wish he could stay here, but Chandler's allergic.
Later, he then has everyone decide whether the dog goes or he goes, which leads us to this moment.
So either the dog goes or I go, okay?
Joey begins to articulate how getting rid of Chandler in favor of the dog is the preferable option. The expression on his face says it all once you start to notice he's doing his best to hold in his laughter.
Either the dog goes or the mime goes.
Number 9. Friends of your grandmother. Phoebe's grandmother passed away, and along with her, her recipe for her homemade cookies. Monica spent days trying to figure out what the recipe was, until suggesting that maybe Phoebe's grandmother had friends that might know the recipe. Needless to say, she has a difficult time delivering the line.
Phoebe, what about friends of your grandmother? I mean, Phoebe, what about friends of your grandmother's? I can't. I know.
Each attempt being more butchered than the last, it's Phoebe's laugh at the end that really makes this an easily hilarious moment. Number 8. But at Monica's. When Phoebe asks to switch places with Rachel to go to Monica's apartment, Rachel doesn't want to since she feels a lot more comfortable in Joey's place. But right away, we get this.
Phoebe, I don't want to switch. Come on, please, I can throw wet paper towels here. Well, at Monica's.
Not only can she not get past saying Monica's name after the second attempt, but it's also Rachel who begins to mess up her line alongside her, making it difficult for the actresses to move forward with the scene. Number 7. A real trip. In a scene where Joey runs in to show Phoebe the new soap opera digest, let's just say he doesn't really nail it on the first try. The embarrassed look on Joey's face is enough to set everyone else on a laughing spree, including the staff behind the cameras. This blooper is made even funnier with the abrupt interruption that follows after. The fact that they managed to get the scene done is impressive on its own. Number 6. Pivot. As Ross, Rachel, and Chandler were taking a sofa up a narrow flight of stairs, the challenge of getting the couch to make such sharp turns as a team proved to be both unmanageable as well as hilarious. With Ross leading the way, he shouts, "Pivot," as a means of getting the couch to turn in line with the sharp corner of the stairway, causing Chandler, Rachel, and himself to laugh uncontrollably.
Pivot!
Number 5. Ben's first words. In this episode, Ross wants to be around when his son Ben says his first words. Though when the episode started, Ben wasn't supposed to say anything. This is what happened.
Can you say Dad, Dad? You know, you might as well say it because I told you...
The cast is caught off guard by Ben speaking that even Rachel can't handle how adorable it is. What makes it better is that the same thing happens on the second attempt, which we're sure made the episode take a bit longer than intended to get done. Number 4. Holden what? When Joey needed a stage name, he asked for Chandler's help in deciding what he should be called. His first big idea didn't go so well though.
You know there already is a Joseph Stalin?
You're kidding.
Eventually, at the end of the episode, the judges ask Joey for his name when he's about to audition, and he says this.
Name? Holden McGroin?
Though this was funny on its own, it was hard for the judges not to laugh during a previous attempt. This probably would have made the scene much funnier if it were kept in, but at least we got to see it overall. Number 3. Let Me Blow. Rachel reads a self-help book, Be Your Own Windkeeper, regarding woman power and how males can sometimes take their wind, aka freedom, and don't allow them to blow. She blames Ross for stealing her wind and not letting her grow as an individual, which might be simple enough to deliver on its own, but it's Rachel's wording that made it difficult for both actors to keep a straight face.
How do you expect me to grow if you won't let me blow? As Rachel faces downward, it was enough to send Ross laughing for the same reason as everyone else.
The final cut was definitely funny on its own, but it's fun to know that even the actors couldn't resist letting their sense of humor get the best of them. Number 2, Hug It Out. Monica and Rachel are sitting together as Rachel reflects on how she felt when she ran out on Barry at the wedding, which she feels was the right choice. This is then followed by a friendly hug exchange between the two, only for Joey to enter in the middle of it and say,
"Big day."
The two girls play along and make an otherwise wholesome hug into a real show for the cast. We assume Joey as well as the camera crew didn't mind at all. Number 1, Chandler's Sex Face. When Ross and Chandler debate on who's the strongest during a Halloween party, they decide maybe it's a good idea to prove it in an arm wrestling match. The match goes on for a while, and the guys start getting a bit exhausted, so much so that you can see it in their faces. More specifically, Chandler's face.
Chandler is doing his sex face.
How can you not laugh when you see a man in a pink bunny costume making faces like that and thinking about those expressions out of context? It was all a perfect recipe for hilarity from the start. Did you enjoy our list? Let us know what your favorite bloopers were down in the comments below, and make sure to subscribe to 90s Nostalgia for more videos like these. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you all next time.